Mars will not kill you with one thing. It has 6 separate systems designed to destroy the human body. And the terrifying part, solving one makes the others worse. This isn't theory. This isn't speculation. NASA scientists, aerospace engineers, and human survival researchers have spent decades stress testing exactly what Mars does to the human body. The results are not encouraging. 6 problems. Each one individually fatal. Each one connected to the next. And every solution humanity has engineered so far has made at least one of the others significantly worse. Here is what is actually waiting on Mars. Point 1. The atmosphere. Mars has an atmosphere. That sounds reassuring until you learn what it actually is. 95% carbon dioxide. Pressure so thin it equals standing at 100,000 feet above Earth. Remove your helmet and you don't simply suffocate. The pressure drop causes the nitrogen in your blood to instantly vaporize. Your blood boils inside your veins before your lungs even register the absence of oxygen. Engineers have a solution. Build pressurized suits. Build pressurized habitats. But to build anything on Mars, you need to survive long enough to construct it. And the moment you step outside to build point 2 is already killing you. Point 2. The temperature. Mars averages -80 degrees Fahrenheit. That already ends human survival. But average is not the danger. At night, temperature plummets to -220 degrees Fahrenheit. Not gradually. Instantly. At that temperature, exposed human tissue doesn't freeze. It shatters. Suit material becomes brittle. Seals crack. The pressurized environment you built to solve point 1 begins failing at its weakest joints. Engineers have a solution. Better insulation. Heated suits. Thermal habitats. But heating anything on Mars requires massive energy. Generating that energy requires equipment exposed to the surface. And the surface is doing something to that equipment that no amount of insulation can stop. Point 3. Radiation. Earth has 2 radiation shields. A magnetic field and an ozone layer. Mars has neither. Solar radiation hits the Martian surface completely unfiltered. 1 full year on Mars exposes your body to the maximum lifetime radiation dose a human should ever absorb. But you aren't staying 1 year. You are staying 3. That radiation doesn't just cause cancer. It shreds DNA in real time. Destroys bone marrow. Systematically dismantles the immune system while you are still trying to function. Engineers have a solution. Underground habitats. Lead-lined shelters. But living permanently underground on Mars creates a problem that no engineer can solve with insulation or lead. Point 4. Water. Mars has water. That headline made the world celebrate. Here is what the headline left out. That water is locked inside permafrost miles beneath the surface and saturated with perchlorate. A toxic chemical so poisonous to human biology that even trace exposure shuts down the thyroid gland and triggers organ failure. Extracting it requires industrial equipment. Purifying it requires chemicals. Those chemicals require storage. That storage requires space and energy you are already running critically short of. Engineers have a solution. Atmospheric water extraction. Pull moisture directly from Martian air. Mars air contains 0.03% water vapor. Earth's driest desert contains 20 times more. Point 5. Gravity. 38% of Earth's gravity sounds manageable. Your body disagrees immediately. Within weeks, bones begin losing density at a rate that never fully reverses. Muscles waste faster than any exercise program can counter. But the most disturbing effect is what happens to your eyes. Low gravity causes fluid to shift upward toward the brain. That fluid presses against the optic nerve. Astronauts returning from 6 months on the space station report permanent partial vision loss. Mars missions last 3 years. Engineers have a solution. Centrifuge exercise equipment. Pressurized suits that simulate gravitational load. But none of it addresses what 3 years of isolation does to the one organ keeping everything else alive. Point 6. The psychological breaking point. This is the one NASA doesn't publicize. Every message you send to Earth takes 20 minutes to arrive. Every response takes 20 minutes back. In an emergency, you are completely alone. No real-time communication. No immediate help. Just 140 million miles of silence. Studies simulating Mars isolation show human psychological deterioration beginning around month 8. Cognitive function drops. Decision-making collapses. Conflict between crew members escalates to dangerous levels. The mission minimum is 36 months. No suit fixes this. No habitat solves this. No engineering addresses what happens when the human mind simply decides it cannot continue. 6 systems. 6 individual death sentences. And every solution humanity has engineered so far has made at least one of the others significantly worse. This isn't a reason to stop. NASA, SpaceX, and research teams across the world are attacking each problem simultaneously. Progress is real. The timeline is moving. But the honest scientific answer to why humans cannot survive on Mars yet is not one thing. It is 6 things working together, each one feeding the next, each one waiting patiently for the moment your solution runs out. Mars isn't hostile. It's just completely, systematically, perfectly designed to end us.